Everyone, Corrie here, coming into my monthly channel messages for each and every sign. This is a energy reading, and so I'm making them shorter than previous. I'm trying to just get them in and short and sweet for you guys. This one's going to be for Cancer, down to the last three. So this one's for Cancer. It's being recorded on March the 6th. It is for March 2022. Please remember, it's not to replace any medical psychological advice that you have been given, that this is to be taken as entertainment. And so I feel like for my Cancers, you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention to your ego. There is something of an ego story that is playing out here that I'm picking up. So let me think about this, Cancer, because this did not come in instantly for me. This wasn't the energy I was picking up earlier or as I was preparing for you. So, okay, let me feel this out as we talk. Let me look who's looking in at us. I'm up on the top floor looking down from the top of my house. Cancer, you have to be aware of your ego. You can go all the way up and all the way down very quickly. Your defense mechanism when you're sad, when you're unhappy, is to go, yay, I'm so glad, this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly, but behind that, there is definitely some healing energy that needs to come in. So you may be giving so much energy to just like that push forward because you're trying to prove something to yourself or to the world or to others. But that is also then not giving you the proper amount of time that you need to deal with the emotions that will arise somewhere else. So that's coming from ego-based self. So now you are operating, sometimes in that now moment that you're in, you're actually operating from shadow, from that version of yourself that you have, that feels like it's you because it feels very familiar. But is it really your truth? So I have balance in reverse. And Archangel Ezekiel is with me with this one, is in on this with me. And I just got this and I don't know why, but I just got like this, like that's the sound, silvery. And it was silver. And I'm like, static, there's a disconnect. There's something that is not connecting here. And I'm like, why is this not fully connecting? I'm like, you're trying to be all that you can be in this world all on your own, thinking you don't need any help, like that you're doing all of this, that this is exactly, it's not really bringing you into your full wishes. You are being told, so patience is huge right now, but also I feel like there's a lot of other people's ideas falling into creation here. I feel like there's such a drive. You need to do this and you need to be that. And you need to, maybe sometimes we need to sit with ourselves and acknowledge. So there's something that's out of balance. And this is Radley Valentine's, the Angel Wisdom Tarot. There's something that is they're telling me, severely out of balance. And it feels like it's imbalanced because you feel like this feels familiar to you. It's the place where you go when you have to be in your own survival mode. And you don't have to be in survival mode. You need to, you have to know that you are protected, that you're being kept safe. But there's just something, and it's with that then comes 8 of Earth, which would be like Pentacles. So the 8 of Earth, that's learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, seminars, finding a mentor, attention to details, skilled work that you love. So that was the card, but it's not in that direction. It's in reverse. And so something is telling me is that you're charging forward with a lot of what you have, a lot of, but no kind of, I don't feel like there's a direction. I feel like it's still back into survival somehow. So they're just telling you to be aware of what you're creating, what you're trying to create, and is it for your highest good? Is it for the truest version of you? Or is it once again the shadow trying to really truly charge forward with feeling like you have something to prove? Because it may be something that's holding you from fully stepping into the alignment of the direction that you are meant to travel in the next journey. But we'll see how this unfolds for you, because it's not saying it doesn't work. It just says it makes it a little more, you're met with resistance, or you're going to go all the way up and then all the way back down again. So that because there's this happy medium place, and I don't feel like it's right there for you right now, Cancer, for those in the Cancer energy, I feel like you're like that swinging and just like not getting there. So you're not allowing yourself the time enough that you need in the ending for the new beginnings to happen, so that you don't have to be on a repeat, or else there's going to be a repeat cycle. And then in reverse as well, we have the wishes fulfilled. And this is Archangel Uriel coming in here. And it's also very much, this is in your emotions. So this is not the wishes of the highest good or the wishes of the universe. This is you trying, it's like, this is the unhealthy intention of karma. I'm going to prove to them. They'll see who I am, or that person will see who I am. And I'm going to be that person, and F them and F that. And be aware of that conversation that you have in your head, that thought process, because then the shadow steps forward. And when the shadow steps forward, you have an issue. The shadow is really good at getting us places that we need to go. But then we're presenting the shadow as the truth of us. And that's what people get to know. So if it's going into a new relationship, stepping into a new job, because what happens in those situations, you will meet with likeness. So you'll meet people who attach to your shadow, who are like your shadow. You make friends with people who are like your shadow. And then when your truest of self starts coming, when your emotional self starts coming out, when yourself that is very passionate with their opinions and thoughts start to come out, then you are met with the conflict, the drama, and those things, because it is the battle of the wits that comes in, or the battle of the ego that comes in, because it's the shadow that's actually been presented. Hope that makes sense for you. With that then comes in the Emperor, which brings in that Aries energy, that Aryan energy. So this fire, this sense of, passion and compassion, and being able to have that compassion. And so thinking logical, and they're telling me you're not, because it's in reverse. And so Archangel Michael is here with the strength and courage to say, maybe sometimes we need to just, let us take charge of the situation, and you step back. So that's your angels and guides. You step back, stop trying to be the strong one, stop trying to be the one who got to prove everything to the world, and allow yourself to know what it feels like to let yourself be guided. That sense of being able to lead with faith, and a knowing that I don't have to prove, or I don't have to compete with anyone else, but I'm in competition with myself, making sure that I represent myself as the truest version of me. So Archangel Michael is calling you up and calling you out to really look at, where am I, am I being disciplined and committed to my continual growth, or am I taking these tools and just running like this is just a job, and not even knowing this, but it's like, this is just a job, or this is just a relationship, but it's the shadow, right? So it's like, I just want a relationship, or I just want a job, or I just want this, or I just want this to be successful. But when we just want things to be successful, often we're missing out on some of the key flags that we don't want to see, because we're so busy in that sense of, I have to create this. So there's just things that are going to start showing up for you. You're going to see these things. So you're just getting the heads up on slow down, pause, breathe before you take a lot of actions. We got, it's like the seeds were planted, they're breaking through the ground. We're waiting for the last of the ground to thaw before it pops up. So you're not being left out. You're not being left behind. You're springing into that new growth, into that new time, into that new energy. And there's a lot of beautiful things that can appear for you. but it has to be for the truest version of you. It has to be for that real, authentic self. And if it's not, once again, here's the shadow. So be consciously aware of your thoughts, your words, your languages, and the language that you're using, and the why to what you are trying to do this coming month. Much love. Have a beautiful month, and I will see you all in April. Bye-bye.